Well, this one went down a hell of a lot faster because I've noticed that, little dude Solus over here can, channel his inner Wynn. And by that I mean, he freezes the fuck out of the bastard, and then he breaks him open with a giant rock fist. Which is exactly what Wynn used to do. And I've really missed it. That was strangely nostalgic, murdering him like that. He went down very quickly. Solus does way more damage than you would ever expect, and I love him for it. Qunari Battle Axe. Wait, was that actually good? That looked like it said 200 for a second. It said 92. Which is somehow, I imagine, the opposite of 200. No, that's useless. Heavy Orlesian shit is terrible. It's light stuff is where it's at for some reason. Though I don't really imagine Chevalier, or whatever the fuck, wearing light armor or anything. It's pretty much just their battle mage gear. Orlesian battle mages must be fucking terrifying. Well, that leads into a little secret room, huh? Well, I will absolutely accept the secret room. Can't speak today. Feeling really gross, but whatever, gotta push through. Like I say, this does just make me wonderfully happy to do. Not gonna let a little bit of allergies keep me down. What I wouldn't do to get my ass kicked by Darkspawn 24-7. Jesus Christ. Alright, mosaic piece. And who the hell are you? What are you doing here? Guess we're about to find out if I read this. Ooh, crit damage bonus. I don't even know if I can turn that down. Who crits the most? It should be Darawen, considering his class, but I guarantee you it isn't. Wait a minute, what? Is this where all the Astrariums go? It kind of seems that way, huh? But that never happens. I've never seen the Astrarium cave be inside another fucking building. Unless we're technically outside. We're not technically outside. Okay, interesting. Ancient list of prisoners. Do I recognize anyone? Oh, this would be so cool. Alright, excuse me. The crumbling parchment predates the Second Blight. We won't recognize anyone then. Emil Valen, thievery. Iunia Talvas, inciting dissidents to be kept in isolation. Gallus, property of House Latis, a fucking oh, that's horrible. Conspiring to commit treason, given over for further interrogation. Siskara Atreus, I love fucking Tevinter names, it's so badass. Concealing a fugitive with full knowledge of his crimes. Quintin Navar, public indecency. Sentencing all criminals to commence 3 days hence upon the return of the Praetor. I just love the sound of Tevinter ranks as well. If they weren't so unbelievably fucked up, they'd be a really badass kingdom to live in. But I would prefer not to be a scout, and a scout. I wouldn't mind being a scout. I would prefer not to be a slave. And I don't think they look particularly high on elves, right? Which is a shame. I mean, Dorian didn't care, but then Dorian doesn't seem to be a very Tevinter. Tevinter, that sounds like a fucking dragon. Has he made his way down here? That wouldn't even make sense. It took forever for me to bait him. Maybe he really likes the taste of the rotting flesh of Darkspawn. Can't say I blame him. That's sort of what everyone ends up doing, right? They love to eat Darkspawn flesh once they're down to long enough. It's definitely not out of utter desperation. They love it. Oh, Christ. Can you just die a little bit faster? You're not even wearing armor or anything. Actually, the only armor you decided to wear is on your shoulders. You're really a big fan of your shoulders, aren't you? The rest of your soft, squishy body, though, nah, fuck it. That can just be left out for the wolves. Uh-oh. There we go. Can someone freeze him again? That's the only time I'm ever even remotely capable of doing damage for some reason. There we go. I think that's why I'm so good with Dorian. I think, like, Dorian and Darawen make a really good team because he's constantly icing people up and Darawen can just come along and shatter. Oh, yeah. Like, well, you haven't been improving for ages. Come on. Doing our best here, okay? Should be a happy boy with every Darkspawn I take out. But I guess he would already be entirely in love with me. We wouldn't be able to keep him away from us. He would have actually gone insane with immense lust for little Darawen over here. Oh, come on! Ogre? It could be an ogre. Service. I completely forgot we were supposed to do that. A crumpled note. There was nothing to indicate this place was built over an old deep road's entrance. While the complication... Wait, who's this from? Service. There was nothing to indicate that this place was built over an old deep road's entrance. While the complications with Darkspawn were unfortunate, we've dealt with a pack that emerged, and We've dealt with the pack that emerged, and I will hear no further talk of it. We have enough to secure the South Dig site. You will continue work in the corridors, and you will do so without complaint. Alternatively, we could use you as a distraction should more darkspawn hinder our efforts. You serve Corypheus either way. Service.
Planetary.
Okay, then.
I take it breaking into darkspawn tunnels wasn't part of the plan.
If their plan is to be a thorn in our side, they're doing just fine.
In which case, I imagine... Well, no, they're doing pretty awful. We've still torn right through them and the Venatori army so far. But, I imagine they've been killing the Wardens then. Not befriending the Wardens. Because there were a hell of a lot of dead Wardens here. Or maybe they're just the ones who didn't give in to them or whatever the hell. Or weren't able to be corrupted. It'd make sense. They were just sort of thrown on the fire in some horrible mass cremation. The creamiest cremation. More Vandal Aria. I'm loving this stuff. Just looks like an orchid a little. And I like orchids. The sexiest flower around. Aren't they supposed to represent sex in like Roman empires or something? I don't fucking know. That's probably why I like them. What were you doing hiding in this pot? What was that supposed to do, my friend? What the fuck? Probably stop laughing at the dude who died, who was small enough to fit in a pot while he died, meaning it was probably a child, but it's just, what the fuck were you attempting here? And they really love their human remains in Tevinter, don't they? Skulls fucking everywhere. Now, what was screeching at me? Because this looks like a very good place to be fighting it. It's the giants! I thought it was a horrible redesign of an ogre at first, and then I realized, no, we were told about a big-ass giant. We've killed one of you before, though, haven't we? Actually, a dragon sort of came along, nudged you a bit by accident, you flew into the sky and died. That's a little bit different from me being the one responsible. Oh my god. Dragon Age giants, not particularly appealing, are they? Nowhere near as sexy as Skyrim's. Could chow down on their toes all day. Oh, and that mammoth cheese. Can we ignore him? We can go this way to... I think just leave. But I don't want to leave. I want us to... Is he a Cyclops? Looks like he's only got one eye. Or maybe 3 eyes. He's got an uneven number of orifices there. Orifici? I don't know. Someone tell me the etymology of holes, please. Is that the right word? Probably not, but oh well. Make our way in. You're getting very close. Stop getting close. No, put away your weapons. We're not fighting. Are we? Oh, he angry. We may have to fucking fight. Get in there. Go, 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 go. Do things. I need to move Solus. Solus, what are you doing? Why would you think... Solus! Solus! I'm not in control of him. What the hell was that? He's already ended Darawen. And we've done no damage. Can I break his legs with a stone fist? That sounds like that would be immensely painful. But it accomplished quite literally nothing. As long as Varric is smart enough to stay away, I imagine maybe Blackwall's can be smart enough to keep his shield up. I don't know. I mean, we've done a chunk of damage already. In fact, he's probably going to be easier to bring down than a fucking Hurlock Alpha. Alright, let's go ahead and throw out yet another Stone Fist. I love them, but they don't seem nearly as impactful as in the last game. They used to make such a satisfying... No, that was a really good impression of a Stone Fist, wasn't it? It was like a really, really satisfying impact noise was it in the last game? Yeah, it was best in Origins, as are most things, but it was also really, really sexy in Dragon Age 2, and I definitely missed that. Oh my god, Blackwall is unbreakable! This giant can't do a thing! Only ever takes off a chunk, and once a chunk is gone, he immediately regains said chunk. What are you doing, Varric? Why did you think that was necessary? What the fuck were you attempting? I mean, it gives me good reason to actually bring everybody back, I guess, but still, the most useless thing you've ever done, you little moron. The AI is horrible. The AI is utterly horrible, and I don't know why it exists like this. I'm just slapping him in the face with electric charges. Badass. I mean, I'm sorry that the combat is probably looking quite awful right now, but honestly, that's sort of because it is. It's somehow the least cinematic combat in Dragon Age history. Except maybe with the enemy animations. That very much helps, but he is just sort of repeating the same attack over and over and over and over. I mean, when Origins was just sort of, you know, animation loop, animation loop, animation loop, and even that combat felt a little bit more fun to watch, or at least engage in, because there was always sort of parties screeching or whatever, being like, you'll never take us down, and shit like that. It was really satisfying to be a part of. It felt alive and everything. Here I didn't... I like that he does that, of course. But also, it's so unbelievably boring. Like, there's no party screeches, there's nothing interesting going on. I'm winning the combat by just standing as far away as possible and just doing the same attack over and over. That's not interesting, is it? Like, what do you want me to do, Dragon Age? How do I make this look good? The answer is I fucking don't. Can I freeze your toes? Can I just give you frostbite and we'll give up? It's probably worth jump cutting. Like, I could talk over all of this, you know? I could make it as interesting as I possibly can with my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful voice. But do you guys really want to just watch me be soulless over here, slowly flinging? And it's the same as the Hurlock Alpha. It's a faster fight than the Hurlock Alpha, but nothing I'm sitting here holding one, I'm just holding left click. Holding left click, occasionally tapping 6 and doing revivals wherever I can, and then they stay up for another 2 seconds because the AI is brain dead and Varric doesn't know how to be ranged for some reason. I'm complaining a lot, I know, but you'd think a fight with a dragon would be... There's not even any music or ambient sounds that make you like, oh god, this is gonna be insane! And maybe I'm not meant to fight this dragon. I mean, a giant, I don't know, but... The most pathetic combat system in Bioware history. I would rather be playing KOTOR's turn-based. See you guys soon. And he falls at last. Wasn't that amazing? Oh god, okay, that's really horrible. Don't like the fur textures on his arse.
Got the job done.
No, me neither.
There were laborers.
Oh man,
Someone
good
must have been
stuff.
coordinating their efforts.
Never mind.
I doubt they stuck
Terrible
around to
stuff.
fend off Darkspawn.
Oh, you look horrible. Are these just moles? Are these like fucking limpets hanging out on you? I like that the arrows stayed inside of you though. That's pretty bad. And you're gone already. Don't even get to have fun with your corpse. Not in that way. Although we could probably all fit in at once. What a large boy. Just sort of the point. But yeah, the fact I was able to do a fight with a giant on our fucking level. He's the same level as us. In fact, was he higher? No, he was 15, right? Yeah. We took no. Blackwall was capable of taking no damage through the whole thing, and just being the only one that he went for. Everyone else was just stupid enough to get caught in the fucking aftermath. That's not the right word at all. Crossfire. That's what I'm going for. Man, I'm just as brain dead as the AI today, apparently. But yeah, everyone else was stupid enough to do that. The fact we could do that against a giant, one of the scariest creatures, or who you would assume some of the scariest creatures in the game, or at least at this point in the game. Did it with no fucking potions, did it with no difficulty whatsoever, did it with no actual tactics or thinking. I sat there and held a button. Great job, Bioware. Great job, Bioware, who made the wonderful fucking combat systems of old. Some of my favorite turn-based combat systems in the entire world, and then traded in those incredible combat systems to somehow a real-time system, which is supposed to be like, more accessible to the masses, because it looks interesting, it's really cool, and it's engaging and fun, it's real-time. No, you made it less engaging than fucking Dragon Age 2's even turn-based system, which was even worse than Origins. What did they do? This game is really good. I'm a fan of this game. I think it tells the story really well, but there's some weird-ass modern Bioware missteps, and making the worst combat system in all Bioware games. Baldur's Gate holds up better than this. I mean that. I haven't played much of Baldur's Gate. Maybe it gets incredibly fucking dragging as it goes on. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I know it's an incredible game, and I will be getting around to it eventually before Baldur's Gate 3 comes out. Hype, or whatever the fuck. It's probably already out by the time this video goes up, but whatever. But yeah, Really good game. It's telling the story really well. It's opening us up to so much more lore and breaking other bits of lore, admittedly, but I can forgive some of the lore it breaks. It doesn't necessarily break the lore. L-O-R-E, not L-A-W, obviously. I probably sound really deflated right now. And there's not really any avoiding that, unfortunately, because I am feeling pretty fucking deflated. I think that was, by all accounts, quite terrible. And it's not like this combat system is never fun. Fighting dragons, or fighting the one dragon I've bothered to fight is quite fun, but I do genuinely enjoy talking to my party, exploring the world. The combat is the thing I enjoy the least in this game. Let's go with that. It's not even outright terrible. That was just one example of it being outright terrible. Sometimes it can be okay and everything, but fuck me, that was a real shame. That could have been an amazing fight, right? Who do we need? We need Blackwall, Cassandra, and obviously a mage. Is Vivienne needed here? I don't know if there's anyone in particular we need to do. Whoa, fuck, there's so much new stuff! Or is this just what it always looks like? No, that's what it always looked like. It's just a very cluttered map. We got a rift in the Echo back. I love that name. Another rift right here. An Astrarium. What's the other Astrarium? Or are there only two? 1, 2. Oh, maybe I've already done the other one then. So is Service still alive?
What are you talking about?
Hey! Okay, one thing. I remember Blackwall beginning to say this before, which means reloading every time the rec officer interrupts us, it does work. It does fucking work, and that really, really pleases me.
A great deal more than usual. Or am I mistaken?
Evidently.
And the sidelong glances at the Inquisitor?
You're seeing things.
I am right here, you know.
I do not.
Then apparently I should better protect my head.
Amazing. I love Blackwall so much. He's got such a glorious dry wit and humor that it's just like, you sort of wish he voiced Hawke. Nah, because it's not the voice actor that did it wrong. Because hearing Hawke's voice in this game is a lot better than hearing Hawke's, male Hawke, I should say, in the last game. I watched a couple of streams of someone playing through Dragon Age 2 the other day, and they were playing as a female Hawke. Female Hawke's voice is 1,000 times better than male Hawke's voice, which makes me think, was it the direction? But the thing is, I think male Hawke has a great voice. I think the voice actor oh, fuck me, another giant, are you kidding me? The first one was awful. Wow. Maybe it'll be better out in the open. Maybe it'll fight properly. Maybe since I'm on high health, I can make it more interesting for myself and just throw myself into the fray a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, what was I saying? Male Hawke, I think he has an amazing voice. He just never knew what emotion to read the line with, or any emotion whatsoever half the time, but I don't know. Hearing him in this game is a lot better than in DA2. Which is sad, because DA2 was his fucking game, but oh well. Your party's attacks have a chance to weaken their targets. The entire fucking party. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice. What does this do? Entire party fight harder. Oh, against demons? Just demons. Okay, well that's not very good. I'd rather go down here, I guess. Damage resistance. Ooh. Okay, so if she goes down, the party fights harder. I mean, the issue with that is she's not going to go down. She's Cassandra. She's unkillable. The Wrath of Heaven sounds fucking great, though. I do want that. We're going to go with Maker's Will for now. Then we'll get Rally. Then we'll get There Is No Darkness. And then we'll see. Maybe I won't even bother with this. Spell Purge does sound kind of necessary, though. Like getting rid of all the hostile magic. But we do have someone else who can do that in Solus, I guess. Or just anyone who has a vague grasp of the spirit tree. We'll see. What was I going with for you? Death Siphon. So you heal when anyone dies now. That's good. Killing enemies attracts spirits that increase the power of your spells for a short time. Can you just summon corpses? Targets you kill with Spirit Mark now fight for you. Oh, I see. Sorry, I was reading the wrong thing. You mark a target with an attacking spirit, inflicting ongoing damage. If the target dies while marked, the spirit mimics the victim's body briefly to fight on your behalf. Do you think we can have a giant on our side? That'd be nice. Walking Bomb makes a comeback. As well as Simulacrum. Not unconscious. Spirit control takes on your likeness and fights on your behalf for a short time. Spirit draws magic directly from the Fade, casting spells without cost. You cannot be revived by any means until the spirit leaves. I love that. Can I be in control while the spirit is in control, if that makes sense? I don't know. You have learned to leave enemies vulnerable in their terror. Damage bonus versus panicked. Okay. You are the haste boy? I mean, alright, I guess. Oh, all enemies move and attack more slowly by comparison. The game didn't know how to speed us up, so it just slows the enemy. It slows them by 85%, which is massive. But I prefer to actually look like I'm going faster, because it was always clunky as hell in the old games. I loved it. Well, let's definitely go for the Power of the Dead, and then we'll get Spirit Mark and everything, because that does sound fucking glorious. It's going to take a while to get to it. No, please don't anger the fucking giant before I'm ready.
Slaves. Have I actually stumbled into a terrible chantry morality play? Because there's obviously no way that could go horribly wrong.
Well, they are corrupted by red lyrium, my dude. I don't think they're in their best mind right now. I don't think they had a best mind to begin with. Best mind isn't the actual saying, is it? The right mind. That's what I was going for. Where is that rift? Oh, man. It's under the giant fucking statue. No, it's not. It's over here. What a shame. It's only a rift, so I'll see you guys once I beat it, because you've seen me kill so many demons, it's not even fucking funny. There we go. Well, that sure was a rift closure. Oh boy, all we really learned from that is that Dorian can do 2,000 damage. And that very much excited me. It's now time to see if we can... The way he walks is wonderful. Now time to see if we have any chance of bringing down a giant. Oh, a giant that has ranged friends. Why not? Ranged friends that no longer exist within this realm. Thank you, Blackwall. Oh, no! No. I have a wall now. Go away, big boy fucking giant. I think it's sort of guaranteed that a giant will be a big boy. Don't know why I had to specify there, but whatever. Oh, he actually has different moves for once. He just dropped it from behind. Oh, that was wonderful. Alright, well, let's see if we can freeze the bastard. Because with Dorian, we might be able to take him out in like 2 hits. And that might be really nice. Nope, we can't make him cold. I think he's probably strong to cold. Giants are sort of, always considered to be icy beings, right? Just in folklore and everything. No. Watching him just drop it on somebody who's right below him is just the stupidest fucking thing in the world. Come on, yet another blizzard, I guess. Why do you have to be immune? Why didn't I bring Vivienne? I mean, I like your comments and everything, Dorian. He's gonna do it again. It sort of goes behind where it's supposed to be anyway. Oh, fuck me, it's stupid. Can I scare him? I mean, he's immune to being scared, because he doesn't really understand what being scared is. Can I build a wall right underneath him? I don't think that's going to accomplish very much. Probably tickled his crotch a little bit. Or his gooch, his taint. Don't really want to be known as the man who tickles giants' taints. Do giants even have taints? Maybe that's their wang is just so large it encompasses their entire lower body. But then again, I ain't seeing a thing, so who the hell knows? No, I should probably back off now. Maybe I should have brought Solus as well. That barrier does seem to be pretty damn helpful. This is a lower level giant from the one from before, and it's taking this long to kill. Can I make him take fall damage? Like we did on the Storm Coast? I say that as if we made it happen. It just sort of did happen. I don't think we can. I think we just gotta wait around until this fucker dies again. I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, he died? I didn't even notice. I haven't been paying attention. I've been going after the Legion of Vargas that showed up at the same fucking time. Go away, you fucking monsters. It's irredeemable. It's really bad. I haven't realized just how terrible the combat is. And like, fuck off, don't you dare. Don't you dare. I know you. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Go away, you giant platypus prick. Oh my god. Yep, no, not dealing with you. Even you take too long to kill. But maybe that's just because I've been dealing with the giants in the background all the time. I don't even know. I'm so annoyed by all of this. You know what? Combat goes way quicker if I'm playing as a mage. I really probably should have made Darawen a mage. Because the combat just isn't fun enough to warrant playing as my favorite combat style anyway. It's disastrous, dude. I don't even use the tactical camera. I don't even go into the pause menu. That is a bad sign. Because it's just so limiting. It's like they ripped out all the tactical nature in favor for a more action-based combat. And just forgot to change the combat. Or forgot to do the combat and added this in last minute. Because it doesn't feel like anything. It feels horrible, dude. As soon as you're lumbered with, like, giants or anything that takes too long to kill, if combat encounters take, like, 2 minutes max, you don't really notice. But as soon as you're sat there just waiting and waiting and waiting for anything to happen, it's horrible. It is quite literally the worst combat system I've played in a very long time. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I meant to set up tactics. Maybe that makes things better, but that doesn't make it any more fun to actually be in control of. There's just nothing going on. None of the abilities even look cool. How did they look cooler 5 years prior? Especially when you look at the massive difference in fidelity between, sorry, I just accidentally lowered my mouse DPI. Between, Origins and Inquisition. Maybe it's just the limitation of, because ads come out on PS3 and Xbox 360 as well. I don't see it. Just lower the graphical capability. Don't ruin the combat, you know? But then again, I look at landscapes like that and it's just like, fuck yeah. And I think about how cool the story is so far and in most respects. And it's just like, fuck yeah. And what the hell? No, seriously, what the hell? What is that? A little floating cup of sorcery? How do I do anything about this? I can't get in. I can't do shit. Fuck it. Okay. I imagine we need to go into... What's that? Echo back fort? Well, I mean, I guess we're not in the fort yet. So we'll do that another time. I'm gonna go close yet another rift. Because what more is there to do in this wondrous fucking landscape that looks incredibly beautiful, that could have been full of such vibrant, beautiful, incredibly interesting quests. But no. It's a few demons. And a giant who has maybe 3 brain cells. And all the meat in the world, so you can't even put the little retard out of his misery for ages. I'm sorry, I'm ragging on it hard, aren't I? And it doesn't deserve to be ragged on. Oh, there's another one. No, it does. Fuck this game. There's endless giants that are the least fun thing in the world to fight. And guess what? Demons aren't very fun either.